center helps you with your residency applications. They help you write your personal statements. They help you predict how you will do in boards, so you know when to schedule your boards, so you know when you're ready. They help you with your preparation. It's an incredible resource. Other resources that we have that I think are just important, you'll see in the next slide, our Simulation Center. And we are one of the centers of excellence for simulation. I think we have one of the best in the country. And I know you also have a simulation center here within your nursing school. It's part of our consortium. We use simulation very heavily, and it allows us to get you early in your medical education to the patient. And these simulators are incredible. They simulate everything. We even have one that simulates delirium. I haven't seen that yet, but I've heard all about it. It's hard to imagine. But we have simulators in centers that are like ERs, surgeries. It's incredible what you can do with simulation. So we also use those techniques early for students who are hands-on learners. I think that that is my last slide, and I would welcome any questions you might have about the curriculum, testing. We are pass-fail. We have honors, pass-fail. We set the bar at 90%. We don't do honors for the top 10%. We set the bar. We invite everyone to jump over. Questions about the process? Anything?
Have any questions? Yeah. This is your opportunity to ask them. I want to certainly thank Dr. Hazen Martin for being with us.
Thank you. If you'd like to ask me questions afterwards, I'd be happy to entertain questions.
Yes, if you want to stay and interact with Dr. Hazen Martin one-on-one, please feel free to do that. But I want to thank you for coming tonight. Many of you I know, many of you I recognize. I didn't introduce myself at the beginning, but I am Dr. Smith. I am the pre-med advisor here. So I am sort of your first-line resource for this type of information. So if you haven't, some of you seen me recently, you know that I have good information for you. Some of you I've seen in the past in class. But please take advantage of me as your resource, and I can advise you, answer your questions, guide you, coach you, all that good stuff. And want to just make a point here at the end. I tell students when I talk with them, when you look at one school, you visit one school, you have seen one med school. So hopefully tonight you see that MUSC has this particular curriculum, and I think it's an awesome curriculum. But you go to Duke, you go to USC, you go anywhere else, they're going to do it differently. So just be aware that all med schools are good at training you and getting you to be a physician, but they all do it differently. And you want to find out how that school is going to train you and find out if that's the way you want it done, and then you're more than likely going to do well at that school, be happy, and find out that that's where you want to be. And I'd certainly encourage all of you to seriously consider MUSC, because there's certainly sort of a special place for those of us here at Clemson. So any other comments, questions? We also have passed out around a sign-up sheet. So as you know, we give points for AED. We definitely want to thank AED. We have officers here. We've also have them sponsoring and supporting these kinds of events, so we're certainly grateful for that. And if you're in AED and you want points for being here tonight, make sure you sign the sheets that we passed around. And I think Thomas,
we have an empty subcommittee meeting today, and we're going to try to keep it short because I know you guys are tired of sitting, but it's in long 229, and we're going to talk about some medical college tours that we're going to go on and some other events that we got coming up soon. So whenever you guys are done asking for questions or whatever, just head down to long 229.
229, okay, for a medical subcommittee meeting. So hopefully many of you will be interested in that. We have another special guest with us this evening, and Dr. Hazel Martin, if you can
Yes.
tell us about Marshall.
Yes, Marshall Grant is the Director or Recruiter for Diversity at the Medical University of South Carolina. Marshall joined us just within the last year, and we're really happy that she did. And I knew she was going to join us, but I didn't see you till we had already started. So if you have any questions about our diversity recruiting at MUSC, please come and introduce yourself to Marshall, and I know she will be very helpful. And contact her, like me, at any time by email if you have questions later. Marshall, did you want to say a few words? Or?
Hello, good afternoon. I'm just running over late. I apologize for that. But again, like Dr. Hazel Martin said, I'm the manager of recruitment and diversity education for MUSC, and I'm basically the one that's with students from beginning to end of their application process and helping you figure out what to do with the whole process. So if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to call, email me. I set up one-on-one appointments. I would be more than happy to come back up and meet with you individually if need be.
Great. I'm sure Marshall will be happy to answer questions here after the talk.
Okay, with that said, I'll dismiss you at this point, and feel free to interact with either of these two ladies.